In Malaysia, there are several modes of transportation to transport people from one place to another. Transportation is also important to get people connected with each other and reach any place easily with the existing of various transportation services. Nowadays, people can use various methods available to get them to the desired places. It can be seen that transportation services are very important to support the tourism development in Malaysia. Did you know how many modes of transportation that are commonly available? Well, there are various types of transportation modes which are available, such as air transportation, land transportation, which includes rail and roads transportation, and also water transportation. Land transportation can be separated to the two categories, which are road transportation and rail transportation. The most common and frequently used land transportation is road transportation. Some common land transportation include public transport and taxis. Now, as the technology is more modern and efficient, there are additional land transportation options available, which can be slowly replacing the existing taxis available, which are the such e-hailing. A rail transportation can be also categorized under the land transportation. Railway system is the good alternative method of transportation trade. For this assignment, we choose land mode transportation. We select three different places, which is Penang, Perak and Kuala Lumpur. These countries are very synonym with the land mode transportation.
Despite four major challenges faced in today's tourism transportation, since we are choosing land as our mode of transportation, the most challenging problem that the tourists face for this mode of transportation is traffic congestion, a condition in transport that is characterized by slower speed, longer trip time, and increased vehicular squeezing. Traffic congestion is very familiar in Malaysia. According to the web car article news written by Jerica, it stated that Malaysia has the fourth worst traffic jam condition in Southeast Asia, with second highest CO2 emission level. Moreover, congestion occurs when traffic demand is high enough that the interaction between vehicles slow the pace of the traffic stream.
Kuala Lumpur is a busy city that's made congestion a common challenge that its residents have to face on a daily basis. It is the largest city in Malaysia with an estimated population over 8 million by 2021. The city is the fastest growing metropolitan area of the country in both population and economic development. Moreover, due to increasing urbanization development, it will attract more rural residents to move to the city. It is compounded by people being brought into the city on large roads or motorways. Furthermore, observations show that congestion happens on every major road in Kuala Lumpur and mostly stems from before and after office hours and economic and commercial centers during peak hours in the morning to evening. However, on some road congestion exists at night due to the tourist activities. The issue of congestion in Penang exists due to the rising rate of car ownership. According to O'Sullivan 2003, automobiles have created transportation problems that end in traffic congestion on the roads. The phenomena of car dependency and its usage of the car owner. Next, the increasing in the number of private vehicles every year. The car owner rely on their cars to move to a destination which cause congestion at one time. After that, congestion occurs especially during weekdays at the central business district area and intercity road. The rise of population and increase of income in Perak have been accompanied by the increasing of car ownership too. Non-modern public transport and less consumption by people lead to the congestion in Perak.
Okay, now let's proceed to the causes of congestion in Kuala Lumpur, Penang and Perak. The main cause of traffic congestion in Kuala Lumpur is due to higher population due to the increasing number of people moving to Kuala Lumpur, mainly to work. Next, an increase in the number of vehicles entering urban place, an efficient public transportation system, and economic expansion among local people. Public congestion in Penang is quite severe. As we know, Penang is one of the hotspot area among the tourists. The poor public transport service and accident caused by the careless attitude of the driver is also a reason why congestion in Penang happen. Last but not least, Lack of parking causing residents in residential area to park their cars on the side of the road. Traffic congestion in Perak is not as bad as in Penang and Kuala Lumpur. The main reason why congestion happens in Perak is because of economic stability among local people and less use of public transport. In Perak, congestion usually happens during festival season like Chinese New Year, Hari Raya and Deepavali, and on Sunday when local people bring their family for a walk around the city.
So, the acceptability of the public is regularly cited as having a significant influence on the execution and success of a project. Significant progress must be made in gaining a better understanding of the public's acceptance of the congestion that happen from a variety of viewpoints. When the amount of congestion is increased, it will result in a decrease in fuel consumption, which is travel time, for private automobile users, as well as a reduction in bus fare for public transport users. The possibility that members of the community will take a bus to urban regions. Acceptability is influenced by the anticipated behavioral adaptation generated by the congestion, since such behavior adaptation might be unwelcome in certain situations. The need to go to the city on a more regular basis is lessened. Because of the congestion, they will be less likely to visit the city for shopping or entertainment purpose, and this will have a considerable influence on the degree of help they get to travel. As the experienced traffic congestion decrease, the tourist utility will be increased. This means that even if the probabilities for low congestion level in the festival will be low, the probability can lead to high utility for visitors.
There are 5 points for the policy to reduce the congestions, which is first, we need to ensure direct monitoring on the public transport services, mostly on the service schedule that will attract non-public transport users to start taking public transport. Second is additional capacity. This is the most commonly mentioned method of reducing congestion, which is adding new capacity is accomplished through providing extra traffic lanes, making up the construction of new roads, manage lane or improve design. Third is need to provide a congestion charging in order to manage demands for a road. Upon the policy, it's referred to imposition of a fee for the use of a roadway.
The fourth policy is to expand the parking management policy. By implementing parking policies, it encourages high parking space turnover. In the congested area, the authority can implement a pay and display parking policy. The last policy that can help to reduce the impact of the situation is by providing the adaptive signal technology. This technology can be used to reconfigure the period of time for a green light in a specific signal. It provides faster responses to traffic conditions. With this technology, information is collected and signal timing is updated continually.
In this video, I will explain about challenge. Firstly, in Perak, the action that be taken is develop a light rail transit LRT system for City on the Perak government's development radar to create a more modern transportation hub and overcome traffic congestion in the future. The public transport system will be improved not only for the convenience of residents but also visitors tourists. Second, in Kuala Lumpur, the government take action by implementing a road infrastructure, which is the increased pressure to accommodate increased traffic volume in and around Kuala Lumpur and been growing steadily over the years. A total of Rm 18.5 billion was expended on road development between 2000 and 2005. Third, in Penang, state government has undertaken a series of action, including forming the Penang Transport Council in 2009 and commissioning the Penang Transport Master Plan (PTMP). They implemented 4 pillars that were identified to tackle this pressing problem, which is public transport improvement, accessibility improvement, highway improvement, and institutionalization of improvement.